a legend or overrated? So I got a list of names I'm going to give. I'm going to go over some of the names I chose, but I'm going to start out with Russell Wilson since Russell Wilson was retiring. So I decided to go with Russell. Russell Wilson got one Super Bowl win, I think two Super Bowl appearances. He could possibly had that Super Bowl, but one for that damn pass at the end of the game, which we can talk about that later. But that was just a questionable play on the 1 yard line. I don't know what the hell the coach was Pete Carroll thinking about on that motherfucking play. He gave away the Super Bowl on that one. But I don't want to get off the subject. I want to just stick to the subject, stick to the mother game plan. So Russell Wilson, I think legend or overrated. The man do got one Super Bowl, two Super Bowl appearances. He won the Super Bowl, went to a second one. And if it wasn't for the play for the coach, damn it, I think the man would have two Super Bowl play. And with the defense that they had, which led them to the Seahawks to their success, I believe, wasn't the offense, was more or less the defense. But still, Russell was a part of it. Russell did a lot as far as he was one of the big rushers for his quarterbacks. He was very elusive, good play, consistent in and out games. Didn't have a lot of INTs. He was exactly what they needed, I believe. So I think it's both. I think he's a legend and he's kind of overrated. I think he just was with the right team, what they needed at the time. So I ain't gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a plus. I'm gonna give him a -2, since they made it to the Super Bowl. But the fact that defense led them to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna give him the legendary because he was a playmaker in the times that he needed to be a playmaker, especially with his legs running for almost 1,000 yards. Some of the plays, I don't know if he did run for 1,000 or not during his career, but I know he was on a 800, 900. That's for sure. So shouts out to Russell and his career and him retiring. I mean, I salute him definitely. So I will go with both legend and overrated. My next one would be Michael Vick. Mike Vick, aka the man, was legendary. He got some of the. I remember when he went on Madden, and he went on the cover of Madden, and everybody went crazy. But Michael Vick was Atlanta Falcons. Some of the highlights and plays and some of the things he did with the Falcons it's unbelievable, man. So he could pass the ball really well. He had Crumpler. He had Roddy White. He had some really good players on that team that helped him get him where he needed to be. But he just never, ever got to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And you would think with that with him being that caliber of a player, you would think that Michael would have had a Super Bowl win, but he didn't. But myself, Mike, in his time, Atlanta Falcons were really good. Everybody loved watching them play. He's a legend to me. Without a ring, with a ring, he's definitely a legend. I got to give him his props. He did so much for the league as far as the ratings, changed the quarterback play, changed the game of how quarterbacks played. You know what I'm saying? I think he was electrifying. I think he was one of those players that you can't compare anybody else to. And the next guy I'm going to talk about is another electrifying. That's Cam Newton. And Cam Newton did get a Super Bowl win. He did take them to the win, even though they didn't. They lost the game, and they always give Cam props. I mean, they always give him a hard time for not going for the fumble, in which that did look bad, but they lost the game. He got them there. He was a factor to getting the Carolina Panthers to the Super Bowl. And I think Cam Newton, playoffs, a lot of playoff appearances, a Super Bowl appearance. He lost MVP, a Heisman Trophy candidate. Oh man, he was electrifying in the league, man. When he go through the hole, and he was a big dude. He could run a ball and go up the middle. Man, he do the whole Superman thing, man. Everybody love Cam, man. I don't know. I can't knock my boy Cam like that, being him overrated. I don't think it's nobody like Cam Newton that's ever, in college. I watched him from college all the way up to the NFL, and I think he was at Auburn, man. He was dynamic. When he got to the league, he dominated just like he did in college. And then, he had a following, and he was just, I didn't think that he got the success that I was expecting he would have. I thought he would have got a ring, but I have Cam Newton probably as a legend in the NFL. And you probably, if you 27, 28, 29 and under, you probably going to say the same thing if you watch the game like I did. And in this time when he come, this the era when I say 29, because a lot of the people at that age in that era, or 32, 33, I would say, probably was a big fan of Cam Newton because just the way he played the game, man. It was just something different, just something that we wasn't used to, man. He brought something to the game that was totally different, electrifying. So Cam Newton is definitely a legend in the league without a ring. To me, I got Cam Newton as one of the guys. So my next one up I'm gonna jump to basketball, would be Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant he started out with the Oklahoma City Thunder, took them to a championship in which he lost. I think that series they had the ups and lost that one, but he ended up getting some championships. I don't know if it was one or two. He did get championships and win. He always been a consistent player, definitely a shooter, a lethal shooter, a game changer. Always been a hard player, big, tall player like himself who could shoot. And I just got Kevin Durant as just, man, one of those players you could say, man, he gonna come and bring it. He's definitely gonna shoot that muff. You know what I'm saying? So Kevin Durant, man, and he's still in the league. I think he's been in the league just as, 17, 18 years and still doing his thing. He's still a threat. He's still deadly. And he still can shoot your lights out. So I would say, yeah, Kevin Durant is definitely a legend in the league. Coming into the league, doing what he done, getting his championships. I know a lot of people giving him a lot of play, you know what I'm saying, for going to the team that was already good. But I look at it like this. What he did when he got to the team, he just didn't get there and just ride the bench or ride the wave. He made plays and did something. So Kevin Durant, I got to give to him. So my next guy, we're probably going to go to Russell Westbrook. We're going to kind of stay on the basketball tip. Russell Westbrook, who's kind of known for triple-doubles, double-doubles, and we all know him as doing the 20-20-20, the triple-double for Nipsey Hussle. I think that was a real thing he did, you know what I'm saying, and how it allowed him to do it. So that was kind of thing. But, Russell was a really aggressive player. He was really a real aggressive player in the league, and he put up points, and he come down the paint and put it on you. But a legend, he never did get a championship. He went to the Lakers, and I think they got close, but he couldn't get it done. He recently retired as well. Shouts out to Russell Westbrook and what he done for the NBA. I think, watching him play is very electrifying. He's a hard player. He leave it out on the court, very passionate, and he will shoot your lights out as well. When Russell get hot, it's over with. And he can shoot, and he can take it to the hole. I watched some of his highlights that he's done over the years where he bamming on you. Russell definitely gonna bam on you. So, but unfortunately, I don't have Russell Westbrook as a legendary. So, you might. I got him. As overhyped, overrated. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't have legendary, but he is a great player. So. Now we're going to jump back to football. I'm going to go to Lamar Jackson, which is a touchy touchy subject. Lamar came out of college, which was at Louisville, and he went to Baltimore. And he been doing big things at Baltimore, and since he got there as a rookie. Very electrifying, dynamic, fast quarterback. And what people don't know, Lamar can really throw the ball and get down the field. He can throw it deep, short, mid, whatever he needs to do to win the game. But over the last couple of years, he's had some additions of great players like Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers. And so with that being said, there was a high expectation for, I think a lot of people, especially the Ravens fans, thinking that Lamar was going to take them to a championship at least. And I would think doing that when they got Derrick Henry that first year, I was saying they were going to win the Super Bowl. And unfortunately, Lamar haven't got one yet, but doesn't mean he won't get one. But as it's looking right now, it's not looking good because, everybody know what to expect from them. With Derrick Henry being in the backfield, they're kind of used to him. So I would say the first year or two, they had their chance. I think they lost their shot. So I would say Lamar Jackson is a legend. Definitely a legend still. Without being said, he's a legend, and he still got a shot to win one. If I go next, I would go next to probably Jalen Hurts. I would stick with Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts came into the league with the Philadelphia Eagles. He came in pretty good, did some really good things, and got a Super Bowl win. He got one Super Bowl win, I believe 2 Super Bowl appearances over his years, and he is a consistent quarterback and can run the ball. And his strong factor is, I think, that he can throw the ball. I don't think he's a deep thrower, but he can put the ball where it needs to be. So Jalen is a threat. I mean, the Cowboys usually play him twice a year, and he usually do his thing. He put up 200-300 yards, usually 300 on the back end. I think Jalen Hurts is an asset, is a factor to the Philadelphia Eagles, which usually they kind of take the East and make the playoffs, and Jalen Hurts usually take the league. But can I say Jalen Hurts is a legend in the league right now? Or he's overhyped, overrated? I can't say he's a legend. I can't say that he's a legend. I can't put him there right now. He's doing what he need to do to get there though. But nah, I don't have him as a legend. But I'm gonna jump back to basketball. I'm gonna go to Allen Iverson. Why I'm going to Allen is a simple reason why is Allen never won a championship. He never won a ring. And Allen right now is a developmental coach for the 76ers. And he might get him one as a coach versus as a player. And I ain't got no problem with that. Allen Iverson, he's known as so many things, man. I remember in one play, man, he shook Jordan so hard on that crossover. The man crossover was so good, man, they banned the crossover, man. He was the man on the 76ers. The 76ers didn't ever really just draft the player that they needed, that the Sixers needed for Iverson to really win one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's a trait because when Barkley was there, they didn't win one, and they had a good team. But Allen Iverson, man, he's a 76ers man, and he's done so many things. He took him to so many playoff appearances. He took him to the finals. He just couldn't get it done. He couldn't get it done, but it doesn't mean he's not a legend. I think he's a legend in my eyes. He's a legend in so many ways to the league and what he brought to the league as a guard. So I got him I got him. I got him as a legend. I got him definitely hands without a doubt. Allen Iverson is a legend. I got a football one for you. I got two. I'm gonna start out with Terrell Owens, who's a receiver who started out with the San Francisco 49ers, a rookie, who never got a Super Bowl win. But he has stats. He has actually great stats. Probably goes down a top three receiver of all time, along with Randy Moss and Jerry Rice. Um, Terrell at the 49ers was dynamic. He was he was coming in basically to replace Jerry Rice, I think. But he did a hell of a job when he came there. He made some plays. I think them put them in the NFC Championship. And when he fell in the end zone, he got hit pretty good. He left there, went to the Philadelphia Eagles. No, did he go to the Eagles or did he go to Cowboys? Okay, in any order, he went to the Cow. Let's go. When he went to the Cowboys, he was definitely dynamic. He was probably the number one receiver on the team. Made big plays, did big things with the whole popcorn thing. Get your popcorn ready. Then he had the whole thing with don't talk about my quarterback. Hell no. This nigga came out and said, don't talk. That nigga was crying like he had lost a check or something. I think them folks told that nigga, man, listen, you better not ever say that on another interview. That nigga come back there and say, hell no, I ain't coming back out here talking about Robo no more. He was crying and everything. That was kind of a funny episode. I know I'm a Cowboy fan, so everybody give me a hard time. They would tell me, you see your boy T.O.? I didn't see it at the time, and I saw it. I said, what's wrong with this Negro, man?